What's going on? Today I'm going to talk about what the fuck does starting a business mean? Because in self-improvement, in the red pill space, in the manosphere in general, you hear people talking about when you're on your purpose and stuff like that. A lot of people reference starting your own business, and that's a very prevalent message. Not everybody has to start their own business, but it's something that's real big in this space, right? Is being an entrepreneur, being a self-starter, and going after the things that you want for yourself. And that doesn't mean that it has to be in the sense of starting your own business, but that's something that I'm interested in. I'm sure that's something that a lot of you are interested in as well. So I think I'm just going to try to talk about that a little bit, because if you watch videos on people being explaining their success stories, a lot of them include, they're like, oh yeah, I did this, I went to the gym, I started a business, etc., etc. But they don't really say what that means. They don't really detail their business, and I guess that makes sense because they don't want people just hopping on and inciting more competition in their industry. But it could be many things. Starting a business could be literally anything. So it could range from things like, oh, I started a coffee shop, to I'm running a digital social media marketing agency, to I'm drop shipping online. There's a bunch of different business models, and I guess that's why most people don't disclose what they do or how they came up with their business. But that's kind of just the basic premise of starting a business, because whenever I was trying to figure out what business I should start, it's really an endless pool of options. And the thing is, starting a business is basically just fulfilling people's needs and helping people out. So if you solve their problem, then they'll give you money, basically. And that's basically the thing that I've come to realize through reading some books, is that rendering useful service is the best way to start a business and to own a business, because you can't be in it for a selfish reason of, oh, I'm doing this because I love this. I'm gonna resell sneakers because I love shoes. That's not a good reason for people to want to pay you, right? You have to provide something of value to others, and then that's how that's how you start a successful business. Because if you're just in it for yourself in the end, while it might have some it might be a quick cash grab or something like that, you won't have much long-term success. I'll give you that. And I can tell you that because of the fact that I've done that before. I've tried drop shipping just for I want to make a quick buck. I know there's people that are drop shipping has been so competitive because of how easy it is to get started, and how successful everybody's made it seem over the internet. People see it as this get rich easy kind of scheme, and that's what sells. So basically I can tell you that being in it for the money is not the best way, because I've done it multiple times and I failed multiple times. So take that from me if you take anything from this video. But yeah, basically starting a business could be any multitude of anything that falls under the definition of rendering useful service to other people. And basically, I think that if you're talking about starting a business, right, the business ideas that are already taken, the ones that are already alive, sure, they could be profitable. If you go into drop shipping, you could be successful in that. But I think where the real innovation of entrepreneurship is in creating a business idea that hasn't been done before. And not saying that you have to invent the next light bulb or the next telephone or something like that, or invent some crazy product. I'm just saying doing something that hasn't been done before. So what do I mean by that? Let's think of an example. Maybe I don't mean doing something that hasn't been done before, but recognizing a problem. So if you're in drop shipping, that's kind of why the whole social media marketing agency thing has kind of been going viral as well on YouTube, with people saying they're starting their own businesses, or people who are in drop shipping. They'll sell you their business, which is like, they'll pitch the idea of like, oh, I made this X $100,000 on drop shipping, but then they don't drop ship anymore because they started a marketing agency. And then they're like, they know that the viewer, you are into drop shipping and are going to want to drop ship, and they know that you want to have traffic coming to your website so you can get sales. So they filled that gap and they filled that need, because that's one of the hardest parts in drop shipping. For me personally, I don't think setting up a website is that hard, but going into the whole process of trying to create good ads and stuff like that and get them in front of the right people, spending money on Facebook ads, spending money on TikTok ads, spending money on Google ads, whatever it may be, that's what these people are trying to do. So now that they're experts at running ads, they set up the marketing agency, and then that's how they make money, and that's their business. So finding a need in your niche, that was fulfilling a need in the drop shipping niche, and that's kind of the better way to go about it, because if you're doing the thing that everybody else is doing, then even though it is starting a business and it is entrepreneurship, you're not really innovating, because then you're just hopping into the pool when it's already crowded, you know? So I think that's why when people say start a business, they don't really go into specifics. They're not like start a restaurant. They don't say things like that. They say just start a business, because the times are always changing, and then you could always find new needs to fulfill for people. So that's kind of the general gist of, I think, what it means to start a business. If you have any other ideas about it, I didn't expect this video to go that long, but yeah, let me know what you think. If you're into business, if you're into entrepreneurship, definitely let me know what you think, because finding the business idea is definitely one of the hardest parts of the whole journey of an entrepreneur, and that's why it's so competitive, is because people are all fighting for coming up with the best ideas, I guess, or people that are lazy and thinking, like myself, like I was. People like that don't end up wanting to create new ideas. They just want to hop on some wave that is making a lot of money at the moment. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember, stay on target.